What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for a super quick video in relation to my last videos regarding about defense. Now I'll be talking about things that can cause sliding and stuff that we can do to avoid it. By the way, this one here has lots of contents. If you know the channel for a while now, you know that it's rare for me to make a long video, so try to watch it fully so it will make full sense. So now let's get right into it. So before we start, just to get everyone on the same page, when I say sliding in this video, it's the mixture of being unresponsive and losing control of your player, and some other things of that nature. So that's the sliding that we'll be talking about in this video. So now for the first one, I think this one here is pretty obvious. Probably most of you guys are aware that this is the top reason why there's too much sliding. Just to get it out of the way, I'm talking about the delay. When you have a huge delay, you will have a sensation of sliding or losing control of your player. Because let's say you're moving this way, right? So the moment you switch on moving to the other side, since there's a huge delay on your input, your player won't change direction straight away, giving you a sensation of sliding. So I think that's the most common reason for sliding. Now for the next one, you have low perimeter defense. For those of you who don't know, your perimeter defense is equal to your lateral quickness, and if you have low lateral quickness, your actual lateral speed and your speed on changing directions will be slower, and that will give you a sliding sensation. In here, try to focus more on how fast they change direction, not on the actual lateral movement, and it is noticeable here that the one at the bottom is much faster. So now I might ask, shoots, does height affects this as well? I made a quick test and I tried two players with the same lateral quickness rating, but with different heights, and in here you can see, in terms of changing direction speed, they are just the same. So meaning, the actual height doesn't really affect it. It just happens that usually taller players will have low perimeter defense, which means low lateral quickness. That's why they are slower. I'm just trying to point out that if you have two players that have the same perimeter defense rating, no matter what's their height, they will have the same change of direction speed. So now for the next part, you probably noticed that the first two were pretty much outside of our control. You know, we can't do much about the delay, and you can't change your perimeter defense rating the moment you're done creating your player. So for the next part, it'll be more on the stuff that we can control. And first on the list that can influence your sliding is your defensive assist settings. For those of you who don't know what defensive assist does, here's a quick history. So basically, defensive assist settings is a control that 2K put to help you while defending on ball. Back in the days, it was too strong, to the extent that you just need to hold L2 and the computer will defend for you. In there, I was just holding L2, and you can see there Kobe was following LeBron wherever. Then as the years go by, 2K lowered the effectiveness of these settings year by year. This was 2K14, and it is noticeable here that it's not that effective anymore. Then fast forward to now, it's not that noticeable anymore, to the extent that some players don't even know how it works, which kind of makes sense. It's really hard to feel it, unlike back in the days. And just to give you a quick idea on how it is right now, in here I was holding L2 on Pat Bev, and you can see there's a bit of a vacuum effect when LeBron moves. So that's your defensive assist. I wasn't moving my left stick in there. So the more you have it, the more of those automatic movements you will have. So now going back to the main topic, since defensive assist will move your player automatically, that will give you a sensation of losing control of your player, which means you will feel that you are sliding. So one way of reducing that sliding is to lower your defensive assist settings. By the way, please share down below what settings really work for you so others can see. Now for the next one, you are holding right stick up too much. For those of you who don't know, when you hold right stick up while moving, you will be slower. And because it will make you slower, your actual changing of direction will be slower as well, giving you that unresponsive or sliding sensation. Yes, sometimes it moves okay, but there will be cases that you will shuffle your feet a lot when you are changing direction. In here you can see, yeah, hands up is a bit slower, but it's not that bad. But in here, the one with hand raised took a while to recover. Shuffled his feet differently, which gives you a feeling of unresponsiveness. I'm not saying that don't hold your right stick up while moving anymore. Of course, sometimes you need to do that. I'm just saying that as much as possible, try to reduce it. Like, only do it if you really think that there's a huge chance that he'll shoot. Next one, another reason why you keep on sliding is you move too much. In this one here, you can see that if you just stand still and not move at all while the dribbler does his thing, you won't be on that ankle breaker animation. I tried it a lot of times and never got his ankles broken. In here, the moment the defender moves, then that's the time you'll have the chance to be on that ankle breaker animation. I'm not saying that don't move at all. Of course, you can't be a traffic cone. I'm just saying that try to be more efficient as much as possible on your movements. Like as much as possible, don't move too much, especially if the dribbler is just doing some razzle-dazzle dribbles in the same position. This specific test proved that the more change of direction on the defender, the more chance to get his ankles broken or those mini stun animations that can give you that unresponsive or sliding sensation. Now for the next one, this one here is not that easy to incorporate in your defense, but there could be a chance that if you can apply this, it's going to change a lot of things. For those of you who don't notice, when you change direction on your sideway movements on a straight line, the recovery is really slow. You can notice here that Steph really plants his feet hard before changing to other direction. That is not the case if you try to angle it for a bit. The recovery will be much faster. Here's the difference. Try not to focus on comparing the alignments, their movements are not really aligned. Try to focus more on the quickness on how they change direction. Again, I know it's hard to really incorporate this. I know there will be cases that you need to really move straight. I'm just trying to point out the fact that if you can angle your change of direction for a bit, you'll be faster. So that's all for these tips. I know there could be some other ways to prevent sliding, so if you want to add more, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below so others can see. And if you're new here on the channel, it would be really cool if you can visit my videos on the channel. Lots of cool stuff in there. So that's all for the video. If you guys like it, please smash that like button and please consider subscribing for more videos. And don't forget to drop by the channel for lots of other contents. And as always, stay safe and happy gaming, guys. Peace.